Alright, so we're going to install Ubuntu through VMware Fusion. I'm using a trial version because apparently my version 1 needs to be paid for to get the new version. And we're going to install this onto an external hard drive because I've got a solid state drive and I don't want to waste space. So we're going to choose install Windows or another operating system in a new virtual machine. Okay. It's going to say continue without disk because I've downloaded the ISO from the website. Use disk file, and it's going to ask me where it is, and that is on my desktop under U. There it is. Hit choose and hit continue. Linux 64-bit, continue. Easy install, so let's go ahead and set this up now. This is actually pretty important. Display name, that's fine. Account name, that's fine. Password, set that up. This is like really important. Make your home folder accessible. That's good. I want to be able to do that, and I'm going to be read and write just so I have both access. You can choose tools. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. That's fine. Okay, so it's going to download the tools. I think it needs that to communicate with all my Mac stuff on the Linux side. So we'll come back in a second as soon as this is done. Okay, I think it's done. The window went away, so this is still here, but let's hit continue. Uh, okay, maybe not. So I'm just going to wait till this is done. Okay, now it's done. So once it's done, you get this information about the configuration. Let's quickly read through this. Guest is Ubuntu 64-bit. Memory is 512 megs of RAM. Disk size is 20 gigs. We're actually going to customize this because I want to save it somewhere else, and I want to change all these settings. So where? We're actually, let's expand this. I want to save it. I've made a disk over here called VM. I want to save it here. Ubuntu 64-bit. Okay? Okay, so here's all the settings for this. So let's take a look. RAM and processors. Okay, processors. I've got 4 cores. I'm gonna give 2 cores to this, and I've got 8 gigs of RAM. So I'm gonna give 2.5, which is about here. Well, this would be 4 gigs, right? So that's about 2.5. You know what? We'll just give it 3 gigs of RAM. Why not? I know that's not exactly 3 gigs, but it's fine for me. Okay, so 3 gigs of RAM. Let's go back to show all. Check out hard drive space. I'd like to give it 25 gigs, not that. And that's good. Apply. Okay, go back to show all. Display. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that since I've got a powerful computer. USB devices, sound, disks, internet, yeah, that's all fine. Sharing, it's sharing my home folder, which is great. Auto protect, we don't really need to worry about that. Advanced, let's see what's in here. Select the device you want to use to start up your virtual machine. No, that's fine. Okay, so I think we're good on that. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so close that off, and now we'll hit play. And then we'll just hit the giant play button. Okay, so now Ubuntu is installing. So my mouse is actually gone. I must be inputting the device. So I am going to Command Shift S. To return your computer, press Control. Oh, so Control Apple. There we go. Okay. So now I'm back to here. So I'm going to actually. That's fine. All right. So now this is just the regular Ubuntu installation screen, which I'm going to make bigger. Okay. All that did was make the text bigger. That's fine. And it put it back for me. Wonderful. Okay. So checking the installation. Okay, so we're actually in the Ubuntu installation now. This is going pretty smoothly. Checking, completing, 457%. I don't know if you saw that. It was 457% done. Checking installation. Checking partitions. 128% done. That is interesting. Alright, it's checking my partitions. This is all going really well. Can I go full screen with this? Kind of. So it's Command Control Enter to actually get back out of here. So I'll just stay in here for now. You know what? No, I'm not, because I can zoom in. Okay, so now I'm back here. And I'm just going to leave it like this because I'm going to zoom in on here. In fact, you probably won't even notice because it'll already be zoomed in. Okay, I'm going to come back as soon as this installation's done. Alright, this is almost done, but while it's finishing, I want to show you how I got the ISO, the file that I'm using here. I went to Get Ubuntu, and I clicked the first link, and then there's this giant download button. I didn't hit that, though. I chose Alternatives, and I chose 64-bit version, and then I chose my location. And then there, and then I clicked this download, and that downloaded the file for me. So I waited, you know, a good 20 minutes to download the file, but that's how I got the ISO, if anyone was wondering. And it looks like we're 100% done over here. Let's see what happens in the next couple seconds. Looks like it should be finished. Okay, so it's rebooting. And it should ask me for my username and password here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and direct input this machine by clicking on it. Again, to get out, I control command. Right, control command. Out. Click to go in. So, in a second here, still going through the processes. Almost there. Okay. VMware Tools is currently being installed. Log in below. Okay, so I have to log in below. So Ubuntu login, which was Sean. The password. So because it's VMware, it's actually launched me into the command line, and I'm installing those tools that we did at the beginning. So, okay, cool. Okay, so I think we're done. To run a command as the administrator, use root. Right, so now I'm in. So if I, let's see where I am. I'm in, okay, so I'm on the home. So let's restart, or exit. There we go. And this should actually, it's asking me again. I don't think I should do this again. Let's see. Does it tell me I have to do anything? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did is I typed in sudo reboot, and it asked me for my password. So now I'm actually in the login screen. So now I'm logging in as me. And log in. So I actually had to do sudo reboot and type in my password. And you probably can't hear that, but there's a sound playing right now, welcoming me to Ubuntu. So the first thing I need to do as soon as it's booted up is I need to change this resolution. You done asking me things? Okay, let's fix this resolution. So we're gonna go to System, Preferences, Display, and let's change this to, I have a 1440 by 1080 screen. Sorry, 1440 by something, by 900. That looks about right. Apply. Keep this configuration. Close. Okay, and now when I go full screen, well, as long as Spaces doesn't kick in. Okay, so here we go. We are full screen in Ubuntu. Welcome. So here you go. You have successfully installed Ubuntu. The next thing that we're actually going to go over in the next couple videos is how to install Apache, MySQL, SVN, and a lot of other types of Linux things that we're going to install. We're actually going to open up our own SVN server. But here we go. First things first, we've installed Ubuntu 9 on Mac.